Hello, and welcome to another podcast, Mastering the Manuscript, crafting a winning prologue and gripping first 3 chapters. So, welcome to Mastering the Manuscript, the podcast where we dive deep into the art of writing and storytelling. So, whether you're crafting a first novel or refining your next masterpiece, this is the place to learn, grow, and spark some inspiration, we hope. I am your host, Elizabeth, and today we are discussing one of the most crucial elements of any novel, the prologue and the first 3 chapters. Now, you've probably heard the advice, grab the reader by the first few pages, but how do we do that? How do we write a prologue that hooks and the first chapters that ensure that your reader won't put the book down? Well, let's break it down, okay? So, the prologue is often the reader's first glimpse into the world, into your world that you're crafting. And it can make or break the decision to continue reading. But it's important to remember that a prologue is optional. If you use one, make sure that it is absolutely necessary. So, what makes a prologue stand out? Well, first, it should tease the central conflict of the story or mystery. Think of it as a promise to your reader. The prologue should raise questions they want answered. So it sets the tone and it's hinting towards a bigger picture. But here's the trick. You can't give everything away. The prologue should offer a taste, but not the whole meal. Think of George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones. The prologue introduces the threat beyond the wall, but the full scope of that threat isn't revealed until much later in the series. Another key aspect is to create immediate tension. Start with action, suspense, or a gripping mystery. The reader should feel this urgent need to want to know more. And if you can invoke curiosity and wonder in that reader, you've already hooked them. So after the prologue, it's the time to fully immerse your reader into that story. Your first 3 chapters have to accomplish several things, okay? So number 1, it's got to introduce the main character and their conflict. Your protagonist should be relatable or intriguing. Readers need to connect emotionally. Either they admire, empathize, or even find them mysterious. This is where unique writing styles come into play. For example, a protagonist, if it is quirky, it should reflect that in the narration. Is their inner voice sharp and witty or reflective and poetic? Let your writing style mirror that personality. So by the end of chapter 3, your readers should know what's at risk. What does your protagonist want? And why can't they have it? This is where the journey begins. Think of Hunger Games. By the 3rd chapter, we understand the dangers of the games. Katniss's fierce love for her family and the oppressive world that she's trapped in. So the stakes are crystal clear in that book. It really gives you where they're going from there. So each chapter should end with a question or a dilemma or some kind of surprise. Even in those quieter moments, there should be some undercurrent amount of tension. And this could be a literal like cliffhanger, but often it's more subtle than that. An emotional beat or an unresolved mystery for your reader to continue to want to read the page. They should be compelled to to read it. So remembering that your opening chapters aren't about dumping a backstory. They're about engaging the reader into the present moment. Sprinkle the world in building and history organically, and let your characters' actions and emotions lead the way in those chapters. Now, we can't talk about a great manuscript without talking about the characters, and your story will live and die based on how those readers connect with them. And one way to make your characters stand out is through unique writing styles. So each character should feel distinct, not just in what they say, but in how they say it. So there should be a varying narrator's voice when switching between the characters and or emphasizing in their internal monologue. So perhaps one character is brimming with confidence and another one is fearful. So in this way, you can really distinct which character is what. And even if you add like a certain way that they speak, be consistent throughout the whole book about how they're talking. So if they have an accent or if they have a certain way of saying something, then make sure that that goes throughout, and that will make for a very, very interesting book, because each character has their own unique voice. Even though there is one writer, you have to make it look like there's multiple people in that book. So it's not an easy task to create these different characters, especially when we have our own style and the way we talk in general. To really go outside of ourselves, we need to read other books and find those different characters. What makes them so unique? What is it that I'm gravitating towards, so that you can bring that into your own style. So I hope this was informative for you. Yeah, it's really a wonderful thing to be able to master the manuscript if you can do it. And I encourage you all to practice. Write every single day. That's one of my biggest things. If you really want to get better at something, you have to do it every day. So that's the only way anybody gets good at anything. You're not like there is some natural underlying talent there, but what makes somebody really good is their pursuing of that craft. So I encourage you all to, if you really want to do this, practice, practice, practice. Anyways, I hope you have a great day. We will try and be back with another bit of information for you writers. All this information is free for you because we want our writers to do the best that they can. We don't really want, we're not really here trying to just make money and not give you information that's going to be helping you. So we're trying to do things, give away things for free, because we really want to show you that we do know what we're talking about. All right. Have a great day. Bye.